Welcome back, everybody. I'm Marcia. You're watching the Urban Man. So, finally, we're getting into some Fanatec talk, but I'm not going to be particularly getting into distinguishing from my previous T248, moving over to this direct drive, the GT DD Pro. What I want to discuss today is some things. I'm going to pick on some things that I didn't like, which was basically only two items, well, three items moving over to the DD Pro that I wasn't particularly happy with and that I have upgraded and changed. That's going to be this video, which is not going to be pretty long, quite short, all right? So first off, moving to number one, which is just going to be one thing onto the steering wheel, then we'll move over to the pedals, okay? Number one, coming to the pedal shifters, all right? Now, the T248 has magnetic pedal shifters. Now, this DD Pro does not. The shifters had like a spring sort of feel, and although you did have a bit of a feeling, but compared to magnetic shifters, I was not happy at all with this. So I'll try to look online, see how I can upgrade this. Yeah, you can change your steering wheel, but that's going to be expensive. So the best option I found was 3D Wrap. They had this magnetic pedal shifter upgrade. And since I've changed to that, let me give it a quick click. It's beautiful. It's awesome. It's that feeling, that magnetic feeling is really crisp. I found with the spring shifters, I did miss a few gears. And since I've changed this to the magnetic paddle shifters, I haven't missed a single gear. So if you're planning on sticking with this wheel, I would highly recommend doing that upgrade. It's not expensive. I think it's about 25 euros or 30 euros to get that. Oh, man, that click is beautiful, and it is really a simple install. There are tutorials online and that on how to do that upgrade, and it is really simple and easy to do. So that's my number one upgrade and recommendation for if you do plan on getting this wheel. It makes a hell of a difference. Then moving on to number two, which was actually the first upgrade I did. The second upgrade was that and my accelerator, but we'll jump into that. So number two was my first mod, and that was really a simple mod, which was 3D printing a little plastic, you can see that white little ring in there, into that fits into that foam, and that just gave the brake a little bit of a harder press. I have been contemplating doing load cell, but from reviews, the feeling that you get from load cell is not realistic, and I want that realism. Putting that dowel pin in, it brings a hell of realism, and I honestly think it's perfect. It's just you adapting to your pedal set. My previous T248, I never had any issues with the brake. I felt like it was almost perfect, and after putting that little dowel pin inside that foam insert, I honestly believe that this brake pedal set is perfect. It is realistic. And moving to low cell, yeah, if you want to do it. It's up to you. This is just my opinion. Take it, don't take it. But just doing that little modification, it really makes the brake pedal 100% realistic. And moving to a load cell, it is not realistic. So for me, it's all about the realism, and that's all you really need to do on this brake pedal set. Obviously, this is the GT DD Pro, which came with the basic pedals, the Fanatec pedals. I don't know what you call them, the CSL pedals. That's it. So brake pedals, honestly, I think that's all you need to do, and you're good to go. I don't think you need the load cell, but that's my own personal opinion, and you'll adapt to this. Then the third upgrade that I did and that I recommend is getting some sort of spring set onto the accelerator pedal. Yes, I know the accelerator pedal, it's not going to improve your performance, but once again, it's about the realism. And this was very, very weak. Like, there was literally no feeling at all. And I went with the sim I think it's Sim Racing Engineering Works or Sim Engineering Racing Works or whatever, something like that. Sim Engineering Works, if I'm not mistaken. I went with their spring set, and I've put it on the lower setting, which for me it comes with two different spring sets. So this is the V3 version. There's a harder, stiffer spring set. This is a softer one, and for me, I just wanted some sort of feeling. I just want to show you a little bit of the mechanism, how it works. And then you got this little adjustment here that you can scroll down, which stiffens the spring a little bit, and there is a stiffer spring, as I said, and that just gives a bit of feeling into that accelerator pedal. It is not going to improve your lap time by any means, but it's going to give you that immersion. That's all that I'm looking for, is that immersion, that sense of realism. And that spring set is, for me, is perfect, and you can adjust it to how you want. There are tons of different variations on Amazon, eBay that you can get. They all different. They all pretty much do the same thing. But yeah, take your pick of flavor, do what you want to do. But for me, those are the 3 upgrades that I do recommend if you are getting the DD Pro. I know now a lot of guys with Fanatec's niggles and stuff that's going on, it might be difficult to get your hands on one, but they are still floating around. I believe they're still selling in small batches here and there, so you probably can get your hands on one. But if you're contemplating getting a DD Pro and wondering what are the 3 main upgrades you want to do, the one is super simple, cheap, which is the pedal one. You can just see what diameter, I think it's a 14 millimeter diameter. Anything that fits inside that little hole over there on that not rubber, that's a foam insert, anything that fits inside there, 14 diameter, you're good to go. The magnetic paddle shifters, and then if you really want that immersion, that is not a need, but if you want that little bit of extra realism, get yourself a spring set that will fit on your accelerator pedal. But that definitely, I think, is a must. And yeah, the magnetic paddle shifters. Anyways, guys, this is going to be short and sweet. My next video is more than likely going to be, what do I think from moving from our T248 to T248, which was a gear and belt drive. Yeah, it was a hybrid, moving to this direct drive Fanatec. Is it worth it? Do I regret it? And that's pretty much it. That will be in the next video. So please do subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.